Hey everybody, Bub Coons here from sunny Southern California. Carl Kirby's in Hebron, Kentucky. We're about to introduce something very special. It's our first ever live launch of a Debunked. It's Debunked number 15, and we're going head-to-head against evolution. Yeah, foolish, you say, but not so much. The textbooks all around the world, all the professors, all the smart people tend to tell us that Christians are anti-science and dumb. I beg to differ. We're going to debunk that. Carl, how are you?
I am always a blessed man, that's for sure, brother.
Blessed man. Yeah.
Yes,
What's going on? Are you excited about this episode?
Dude, I am so excited about this because, you know, when you look over the 15 debunks that we've done, we haven't really put a big emphasis on the evolution component of it. So this one is really taking it on big time. But I think the thing that excites me the most is you have done such a great job at bringing a diverse group of people together to make this thing happen. I mean, when you get Doug Axe and Stephen Meyer and Andrew Fabich and David DeWitt, and you get these guys working together to make this script as scientifically accurate as possible, dude, I'm fired up about that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool that Brian Miller, thanks to all those guys, and obviously our dude Rob Fouch, who animated the whole thing, the guy killed it.
Yes, oh my goodness.
But yeah, we wanted this one to be, because debunks aren't meant to be, a 7-month course. They're made to get your attention and kind of be a little abrasive and bumpy and go, wait, I didn't think of that, and kind of go face to, kind of be in your face with a little truth and grace, as we say. And so these are just to wake you up and to look at possibilities and to have people like Brian Miller write an article for us that we're going to attach that to this episode. And at the end, you'll see some links, and to be able to call Stephen Meyer and say, hey, just double checking these numbers and those guys, helping out. By the way, we're going to also connect an episode of the Bub and Bob Show that I did with Stephen Meyer that's an hour long on this whole kind of thing. So we're taking this one really, really seriously because it's controversial and it's going to make a lot of people mad and point fingers at us. And we want to have articles and legitimate professors and doctors explaining this stuff, because the probabilities are for a protein happening by chance are absurd. So we just wanted to take that on and explain it to the people that, evolution might not be as simple as everybody thinks it is.
Amen, brother. I honestly think, as you and I have always talked about, if you can get people to think and challenge them to think, and they just start looking at the actual evidence, I just think it's inconclusive that this thing is not as well established as everybody is saying. And so just think about it, do some digging. And I think if you do that, you're going to come down on the side that a creator creating absolutely makes a whole lot more sense than nothing turning into something, to turn into an amoeba, to turn into a worm, that whole process.
You get it. Yeah. So without further ado, my friend, you want to do the honors?
Hey, debunk number 15, evolution is a fact. Really? Take a watch.
Debunked.
Matter to man, protein to purpose, accident to president, and poo-poo to pawpaw. Welcome to the evolution revolution, my Stardust siblings. It's all the rage, Profs at prestigious universities, top-notch high school teachers, and all kinds of scientists the world over insist that evolution is a bona fide fact. But is it? Well, we're going to gander at the biggie and take it on mano a mano. How, you ask? With math. But before I jump into my speedy soliloquy, when I say evolution, I'm talking about mindless and undirected forces arranging already existing atoms over lots of time, eventually and ultimately producing all the life we see around us. Now, back to math and a little bit of chemistry. But don't worry, you don't need to know much to knock down this fallaciously feeble, finicky, and faulty Frankensteinian fable foisted fervently from fanciful figures framing fakery for Faustian fame. No, and here we go. This is a protein, the basic building block of life. A protein is made up of a chain of amino acids that bond together in a specific sequence. When it comes to living things, though, not just any amino acid will do, and not just any sequence will work. First, of the roughly 300 amino acids we know of, only about 20 are useful for life. Second, these amino acids must be arranged in a very rare sequence to form the right kind of protein useful to build a living cell. So, you got the basics, let's do the math. What are the odds that an undirected, mindless process like evolution could produce just one single protein molecule fit for life? Let's keep it simple. The size of a protein with a stable structure called a fold ranges between about 75 and 30,000 amino acids. Let's just take a small number like 150. Fair enough? Great. So if each amino acid in the chain of 150 has roughly 20 possible variations, that would mean a life-permitting protein forming by chance would be 20 to the 150th. Now you reduce that down, pass it around, you get 10 to the 195th on the wall. That's a 1 with 195 zeros after it, just in case you didn't know. But there are other rare sequences that can work, and we would have to factor that into the equation, but I'll be honest, I just don't want to do that. Thankfully, Doug Axe, a molecular biologist, has, and he found that the odds of a relatively short protein to properly function are less than 1 in 10 to the 77th, which is true for a large number of proteins. So that's a 1 with 77 zeros. Now you throw the peptide and the left-handed amino acid problems in there, you get something close to 10 to the 164th. Now, keep in mind that scientists define the occurrence of anything with less than 1 in 10 to the 50th as absurd. But we're way beyond absurd here. Allow me to paint a visual. It would be like traveling the universe in an accidentally manufactured spacecraft, stopping on a whim, then reaching out blindfolded into a sea of 10 to the 80th different colored atoms and retrieving the only red one. All this, mind you, just to get one protein, and you need roughly 300 to form the simplest living cell we know of. But the point is this: can't get a protein, you can't get a cell, and you can't get a life. That's just, well, life. So deal with it. But at least be honest with me, you wouldn't bet on the next hand after your opponent dealt himself a royal flush, would you? And that's far more likely to happen than our protein problem. So please, don't bet something more precious on an absurdity. And that's all I got for now, but rest assured, this chucklesome notion that blind, undirected processes can produce even a single protein, let alone life, has been, dare I say, mathematically anyway, debunked. Adios.
So there it is, 3 minutes of blistering factual mathematics.
Yep.
What a chore that was, and what a great job Rob did. And now it's out. It's out in the ether. Here we go.
That guy is an absolute genius. Rob is an absolute genius, and thank you, Rob, for your work. I know that I'm doing like tiny editing on, our stuff, and that's nothing compared to what he's doing. But, I got to be honest with you, Bub. I told you when we started this one, I was not going to be a lot of help on this one, because the whole mathematical argument, this poor pea brain doesn't get it, doesn't understand it.
You sell yourself short. You're smarter than most everyone I meet, but that humble attitude keeps this thing going.
Dude,
hey,
I'm telling you,
I
don't understand that one.
Let's take the cat out of the bag a little bit, because we have another one on evolution coming up.
Yes.
We're not just stopping with math.
That's the one that I'm fired up about.
Have a little fun, right? So you want to tell them a little bit about the next one? Tell them a little bit about the next one. Give them a teaser.
Yeah, because that one's where we're actually doing like the mathematical arguments. Once you get much beyond 2 plus 2, I'm worthless, but I can do some subtraction as well. But now you start getting to what you can see in the world around us, like fossils and that type of, the evidence type things. That's when this thing starts connecting, man. And so that's what we're going to take on next. We're dealing with what does the actual evidence that we see in the world around us support? Slow, gradual processes, or the fact that there's a creator God? So I'm super pumped about the next one as well. I love this one, don't get me wrong, but the next one is my passion.
Yeah, when you start putting them together, it's a powerful testimony to God said what he said, and he's right. So, man, we can get these, check all of our debunks out at getdebunked.com. You can see all those, in addition to a new thing we launched called Debunked TV, where we unpack a lot of these episodes and go deeper for everybody to learn more. So we're excited about that. Make sure that you check out the links underneath this video on YouTube. Go to these articles. Go to the interview that I did with Stephen Meyer. If you're really serious about understanding the inability for evolution and mindless random acts to actually produce intelligent life, and you want more information to help you be confident in those conversations, check these articles out. Pass this video around. These are fun. It'll get your family and your neighbors all. They're going to love you if you send this to them.
Hey, one thing I'd like to say too, Bob, is if you'd like to get these videos before we release them to the general public, become a Debunked Defender, and all you need to do is on your messaging software, send the message get debunked, one word, and send that to 51555, and you're going to get a link there where you can subscribe, and you're going to get all of the debunked videos before they come out to the general public, plus the debunked TVs when we release them. You're going to get them all in advance. And if you want something that's going to make it easy for you to use them when you're out on the street, go to your app store and just look up the Reasons for Hope app. Reasons for Hope, look for the blue asterisk, download that, and then That app has everything categorized. You've got the debunked videos, you've got the mic'd up videos, you've got the debunked TV, the tabs are all there, so it's all categorized for you, but you're not going to get them early there. You only get them early by becoming a Debunked Defender. So get Debunked, text that to 51555, and you'll be able to subscribe there.
Yeah, and remember to donate and be a part of this, because all these resources are free, and we share them with everybody. Take them, share them. I think the Debunked TV episode had 10,000 views the first couple of days. Some of these debunked videos have 60, 70,000 views. We really want the world to just be grabbing these, especially Christians. This is your artillery. This is your gear. This is your tactical gear.
Yes.
And we have a whole ecosystem to kind of come around and help you and educate you and build your confidence in the Lord. That's what we're here for. We love doing it. Something we're passionate about, as you can probably tell with me and Carl talking. But I'm done here. Enjoy. Pass it around. Share and help us out. Adios.
And stay bold.